Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and connecting today. I am really honored and excited to have you. We've got Dawn Crystal back, and the exciting part about today is we are going to be focusing in on a lot of help calls. So if you've been wanting support, wanting guidance, you've got maybe some big questions, you're wanting Dawn to look into your energy, to really see, like, what is it that we could do to absolutely tap into some of that vitality, some of that wellness, some of that power that is within you. And this can flow into all areas of our life. So we are going to be doing this with Dawn. And she is a voice healer, a medical intuitive, a respective intuitive coach, a soul reader, a medium, and a pain release expert in the leading transformational wisdom that comes from the ancient world, but also from the modern day life experiences and downloads that she brings in. Now, many of you know her story. Many of you don't. She actually has an incredible background with a lot of incredible ways that she has navigated through the matrix and created a whole new life. She is also the author of Pain Free Made Crystal Clear, Fear Free Made Crystal Clear, Happiness Made Crystal Clear, and Fatigue Free Made Crystal Clear, and many others. She also is passionate about helping you to move those emotional and physical blockages so that you can manifest from your higher self and step into your full potential and lead your life, your business, your wellness, your vitality in a way that is truly what you are all about. Now, she works with people all over the world at the quantum, emotional, and physical levels. She's also an active mentor for entrepreneurs, CEOs, celebrities, and helping everyone. She is the go-to person also, interestingly, to get out of discomfort quickly. She does this through sound, and many of you know sound shifts worlds. You can look no farther than the cymatics tables to see how sound can literally organize matter. And what if the matter or the emotional matter or the vibrational matter that is holding you back is being held in place by a certain resonance? We're going to talk about how that can be moved forward. And one person, Kelly, said discomfort went from a 7 to a 2. I just got Dawn's stem cell package. My shoulder was sore from a recent workout. Today I spent 3 to 4 hours raking. Tonight it was bothering me even more. So then I listened to the pain relief MP3. Immediately I could feel a sensation in my neck and upper back. By the time I finished listening, pain went from a 7 to a 2. I can't wait to experience the results from the rest of the package. Another person, I was able to heal a 30-year-old emotional wound I didn't even realize was still there. Another person said, I feel like I'm 5 years old again. This was Susan, 5 years old. Wow. She says, I really love the first energy activation on the stem cells. It gives me the feeling like I am 5 again. Oh, full of joy, playful, and that good sort of feeling. Another person wrote in, I am rapidly changing my money reality. That was Jay Wilder. So we got a lot of stories, but we're going to open up the line and help you today. So without further ado, Dawn, welcome back. Super excited to have you today.
Aloha. Thank you for the introduction, Darius. I'm so grateful to be here and humbled to be part of your soul family again. So thank you for inviting me back. And thank you, everybody, for being here as well.
Well, we absolutely love you, and I know people get such quick results with these activations and the sound frequency that it's going to be pretty rapid. Now, today we're talking about vitality, stem cells, that deeper frequency of wellness and energy. Why did you choose this topic? What are you seeing in the world kind of as you look out on sort of that landscape of intuitives and healers and people like the beautiful listeners here today?
Well, I always say, Darius, I'm always guided to whatever I bring out, and it's always about, I always feel it's what's needed. I just feel that because, we'll be talking about stem cell renewal, but it goes deeper than that. I just feel that, people, like you were just talking about before we got on the call, about just people taking action, but also moving forward in your life. And I think what I bring to the table is just really connecting people to their truth of who they are. And I call it your soul's essence, or some people call it the oversoul, or whatever you want to call it. But I like to call it really connecting to your true vibration of who you are, which is really from the divine creator, everybody. The creator that actually beats your heart, everybody, and breathes your lungs and does it for every living creature on this planet. And with really connecting into your truth, and that's just one of my abilities, is I can really bring in frequency from your divine self or God source, whatever you call for the divine self, your creator self. I bring it into your body so your body can actually start coming alive. And actually, by bringing this frequency, and I'll work with some callers today if they want to feel their true frequency of who they are. I call it their energy frequency or their signature frequency. It really brings your body up to its most optimal healing state that you could be, because really think about it, everybody. We're really created from the divine creator that's perfect, right? Of course, as Darius has mentioned too before, we all have life. We live life. Nothing's perfect. I was just talking to Darius before we got on the call that some things even happen to me, and I'm a healer, right? Things in life happen, but the thing with me is I always like to realign people, even if you're going through it, even if you had surgery, everybody, we have things that happen to us, right? We have blockages that happen in our life. We have traumas. We have, like I just said, surgery. Sometimes we have, things that affect our bodies, our not just our body, mind, spirit, but I'm talking about the whole vessel that we are, body, mind, and spirit, but especially the physical. And that really, can create like a blockage or just kind of a lower vibration within you, everybody, of really getting beyond your limitations. If it's a physical issue, if you want to connect deeper into your spiritual part of your being, you want to be more connected to the divine. So what I do is I bring in precise frequencies for groups or individuals to just dissolve that, to really bring in this aliveness. I like to call it aliveness, Darius, where people could actually start feeling, wow, I feel more alive. I don't feel so much like I did feel before, like I was feeling dense and kind of heavy and kind of negative. Now I feel like more of me. And most people, honestly, Darius, really don't even know what they truly feel like, because we are really feeling pretty much in, the planet right now, feeling a lot of density in everybody else's energy. Okay?
Okay. And I want to get onto that, because I do think you're absolutely right. We're feeling a lot of the density in the collective, a lot of the density that sort of is being pumped out. And there's this energy of kind of like fear, worry, panic, and all of this sort of frequency that keeps affecting our bodies in a different way than like love, bliss, joy might affect us. I mean, we've moved through this whole COVID situation. Now I hear, there's another thing, the Delta strain, and that's going to be the next. And, and you get the feeling like this is just going to go on forever. And that frequency, what are you finding is happening in people's bodies in the exposure to this frequency?
Well, it's, I try not to get political here, Darius, because we could talk about that, okay? Because I don't bring that into my calls. Sure. But, I am a healer, everybody, but I'm not in the clouds, meaning that I live a life. I'm just being truthful. I'm not I'm not oming and I'm just praying all day. I'm actually really living a life, and I do have friends that are very, I like to say scientists. So I've just done my research. So all I can say is just bringing this into our call today. I do find that people, and I'm going to just tell you honestly, I don't really listen to the news. I don't know about you, Darius. I just feel it's kind of one-sided. But just really, what I try to tell people, things around us and people are kind of maybe caught into this COVID, I like to call it the COVID morphic field, which is this density, energy that surrounds our planet, and it's just there. But as you were talking, what I like to do is always bring people up to the highest frequency, which is really the divineness of who you really are, your highest frequency of you. You become your own planet, everybody. And when I say planet, I mean you start radiating your own energy out. So you're not like a sponge, okay? You're not just absorbing it all. You're actually radiating your own energy out. So people, like you're saying, Darius, so beautiful. You just said this before I got on the call about doing something nice for others or just kind of giving a compliment. Well, it isn't nothing everybody forced, okay? Once you become your true energy signature and you really radiate your light of your true vibration, it's natural. It comes through you and you just do it. It's not forced, and it becomes you. And it's like you change yourself, but you change everything around you. And it's what I try to bring in is more people, more of who you are. And that is in this what we're talking about today. And anything I bring out is always that. And when you really start radiating it through your physical body, things in the world's not perfect, Darius, nothing's perfect, but we don't get caught. We don't get caught in the negativity or the low frequencies that you kind of unearth, you kind of help everybody else around you without even knowing it, Yeah. And it feels so natural, and it's just you. It's just you, everybody. It's nothing forced. So that's just a little bit about that, Yeah.
So, obviously we want to create our own planet, our own individual resonance field. when you work with sound and you start to look into some of the bodies, what are the things you're seeing? And then we're going to jump right into some callers. We're going to get some hands-on proof today. But what do you see? What are some of the distortion fields that maybe show up or have been showing up with you off listeners in the last couple of months?
Yeah, and that's a great question because I've been doing a lot of individual sessions.
Yeah.
I'm booked out, everybody, for a little bit, but I'm working on with everybody as fast as I can. But I want to mention, because this is a time that's maybe a little challenging to everybody, Darius, I really feel it's a good time because it's like unearthing, especially when we had the lockdown. I know a lot of people, I'm sorry if you lost your job or something happened, but I really see the yin-yang of this. I could see that there's always a good happening when a horrible is happening, or you might call it a so-called horrible situation. But this has really been a time, even for myself, to unearth some deep stuff that maybe you weren't aware of before because you were just hustle, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It kind of forced people to kind of go deeper within yourself, everybody. And it's kind of forced maybe some trauma that you were not aware of that maybe you thought you cleared years ago, but there's another layer, just kind of like the next level that might get you to the next level or where you want to go, which would be feeling maybe just good, feeling more happy, right? So I feel that it's just, I think it's just bringing out things within us that are really just ready to be unearthed because our frequency here is changing on the planet for the better. But we are here to do our work, and I'm one healer. I could say, Darius, I do my work. I have to do my work to be authentic, to be here today, to be at a vibrational frequency. I call myself an activator. I can really bring people to their true vibration. But it's work on all of our parts. Okay. I want to say I eat, drink, and live my work. So I think that this has been a good time just for change in all of us so we could actually go deeper within ourselves and just clear it, whatever it is. And I just want to mention one thing too, Darius, that it's not always our stuff all the time that's coming up because I know even myself lately, I'm being truthful, I have been working a lot more on my DNA and my family ancestral epigenetics and stuff. A lot of this stuff has been coming up, which I didn't even know I was carrying. Just knew I was not feeling good in my body for many years. And of course, I've been working on it because that's how I can work with my clients. And I don't teach from a book, that's for sure. But I've been working on clearing off what isn't me. And I realized that a lot of my stuff, even recently that's been coming up, is so deep that it's even coming from my ancestral line. So again, sometimes skip generations. Maybe some of your siblings don't really feel the way you do because maybe you were maybe the older soul of the family or stronger one who was meant to come in and not just clear yourself, but you're also healing your whole ancestral family line on this journey as well. So it could go deep, it goes really deep, but it just depends, everybody's going to have a different thing. Now, I just also want to mention, just without even going that way, I'm just saying just trauma in general in life, it can create distortion in our body, everybody, where we don't have the flow, okay? And then again, blockage. We're talking blockage. I can actually see blockage in a person's body when I'm working with them, a group of people, usually single sessions. And that could come from anything that happens to you, So things in life, things just happen, right? You can have an accident, you can have surgery. So we need to get the flow going through your meridians too. So it's a lot involved here. I want to say, Darius, one thing healing is not cookie cutter the way I work. Of course, my group sessions are always groups, but when I work at one-on-one, it's always different per person because everybody has a different story, So what I do is just try to raise you above and beyond your identity or your story, which is really just clearing out a lot of times just density within yourself that you may be aware of or not aware of that you've inherited. Maybe it's from your own trauma this lifetime. Maybe it is deeper from past lifetimes or from your ancestral lineage. It just depends.
Can I ask, what is the God stem cell? Because I've been going through this, listening to these tracks. I mean, they're amazing. And one of the things that comes up again and again is this God stem cell. What would you describe that as, and how does that help us?
Well, these are renewing your stem cells with God frequency. I very simple. Okay, I think it's just a perceptional the way I put it out. I mean, I say God, source, creator,
sure, yeah.
Because I grew up, and I like to use the word God because I still go by that by my inner child. That feels good in my heart. But what I do is I bring in. I really know I'm so connected to the divine creator. I bring in these frequencies. It comes through my body every day. I'm just so blessed, and it's been very challenging on my body just to hold this and really embody this Okay, so I know I'm still going through a lot just physically now, just getting used to this frequency. So what I do is I just bring in high frequency of the divine, really you, everybody here, we're all created from the same creator. Your label might be different than mine. You might call it source. I call it God, whatever. And I bring it in. And those frequencies are, I mean, they're activations. Okay, if you notice my work, Darius, I don't bring in any fluff. I don't bring in anything because I know people's time is very valuable, including mine, and I just know people are here to get the nitty gritty. They want to know, I want to receive this, and I don't need to spend an hour listening to you talking. So I go in and bring in the frequencies right away. And these frequencies, that's why I'm very precise, and even when I say when people listen to anything I put out, please don't overload yourself with the MP3s and like listen to all of them in one day or listen to one MP3 5 times, because these frequencies from divine, I call it God creator, are so high frequency, your body needs time, everybody, to integrate, meaning to absorb it, to integrate. Okay, so by overloading yourself, a lot of people might get a little dizzy from it because it might be a little overwhelming for your physical body to actually just really integrate it. Okay, so that's pretty much how I do it, and I just do it beyond the mind. So again, my sound is not a language. I want to make sure people know it's not a light language. It's a frequency. I use my voice. That's just my voice as a tool to bring the frequency that I bring through me, because I'm an activator, through my voice to a group or a person. And those energies know where to go with everybody because they're from the divine creator, again, that has created you. And of course you have your intention. That's why every single program I come out with always has an intention. Of course, I have to set it up that way. But really the energies know where to go and knows what you're needing at that moment. And of course, every time you listen to it, it could be a little different. So that's what makes my work maybe a little more unique, because I'm really bringing in really high frequency. People feel my energy. If you're really open, most people know that I bring in a really high frequency. You could feel the shift right away. That's just even with a minute or two with me. So, I hope I explained that. I have a tendency to go off and talk about things and get sidetracked.
Absolutely. I mean, it sounds very much like that is that divine connection point to that infinite or divine intelligence. So it's getting that stem cell back to that resonance and moving outside of all of that. And so I'm getting a yes from the universe as we hear thunder right outside my window. So that's a good sign.
Oh, lucky you,
know,
because
right?
we're in a drought here.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, we've got the backup line, so we're going to go straight, just in case this internet drops, but we're going to go straight to some callers. So go ahead and press *2 today. We're going to raise a frequency and let us know what is going on with you. We've got Judy in New York City, and Judy is calling to us from a 212 area code. Judy, my dear, what is going on? How can we help you today?
I wonder, John, if you could help me clear what's been difficult about me starting to bring my work out into the world and, make myself available. I don't know if energetically I feel vulnerable or whatever, but I've studied and studied. I'm told I'm gifted, and my mentors say, but I'm not monetizing and I'm not, promoting myself. And I keep thinking it's because I don't clear on my niche, but it may be something deeper than that.
Yeah. Hi, Judy. Have we spoke before? This is Dawn Crystal. Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, we did on a private session. Thank you.
Did I help you in any way? Just curious.
I felt lighter afterwards, like something.
Great. Yeah, I don't know what we worked on, to be truthful, but I usually work in the moment anyway, because it's not about what I did back then. Of course, everything's accumulative to where we're at right now, and there's probably no reason, no coincidence that Darius picked you. So, Judy, because only everybody knows you by your first name, is it true that I can see an inner child of you is the problem, and I can see every age of you from birth and conception to where you're at right now? I'd like to do a little heart activation, because your inner child's still living in the past, and you have to admit that when you were growing up in this lifetime, would you say that you didn't get you weren't really allowed with a full voice to speak your truth as a child? Now, a lot of people didn't, but with you, I don't know if you had parents who were just kind of not allowing you to speak.
Well, they just kind of weren't paying attention to me.
Yeah, you're just there. Mm-hmm. Well, I can see it because your soul tells me. I actually have a communication with your higher self that tells me everything. So what I'm saying is, what I'm hearing is that because your inner child was just kind of there, would you agree that you were just seen but not heard?
Yes, and I felt invisible and not important.
Okay, so I want to up the ante for your kids today, because your kids want to do it. Can you feel in a sense of your being that you feel kind of excited? It's like an excitement, but then at the same time, it's like, your inner child, I can hear like different conversations in you when your inner child saying, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if people are going to really accept me. I don't think they're going to know if they're, it's just like a lot of mumbo jumbo's going on. And I don't know if you're aware of that on some level. It's like it's a background noise I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm totally aware of it because I'm aware when I work get tremendous results, but I feel I cannot start promoting myself. Well, I'd like to call this, I'd like to call it you're going to crash through another level, or I call it the glass ceiling. So we all go through different versions of this, including myself, but I'd like to bring in some light for you right now and do a little bit more of a activation for your inner child so they know that you're so beyond who you think you are. I'd like to show them who you really are. And that's not going to be startling, but it'll be a step forward in the direction with more ease, more grace, and more flow than what you're up against a little bit of the Great Wall of China right now. and I don't mean to be sarcastic. In spite of a ton of work, so it becomes puzzling, like what is there? Well,
this is where the frustration comes in, okay? And this is what I'm trying to help you, is that please just understand something here. You have to try to loving with the inner child. That's our physical, irrational mind that is used to running the show your whole life. And then you're working beyond the mind now. You're starting to go into the unknown, and your mind is starting to get a little quivery because it thinks that, I'm not in control anymore. Okay? So that's the physical part of you, the aspect of your ego. But I also see an inner child that's really excited about it, but she just doesn't have the confidence. And I want to help her today so you can kind of feel this ease within yourself instead of feeling like you're up against the wall.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe,
Exactly. Okay, well, let's bring in some light. Okay, so and this is for anybody could tune into this on the call. I want to bring in the light through your heart, but I also want to reconnect your inner child into the light so they really understand and know who you truly are. Okay, so it's like updating your record so your inner child knows, I'm a child of the divine creator. Okay, so I can do anything, right? I'm limitless. Okay, so, and give this a few days after this to actually marinate in your being because it's a new way of being, okay? It might be a little scary for your ego, okay?
Does this also relate to the lack of money coming in or very limited?
Oh, of course! Yes, okay. Yes. So I would like to know, after this activation, you can contact Darius. Let him know if you feel something different happening. People can usually start receiving right away. Different things can happen. A lot of times we're blocking our abundance, okay? So with doing this, you're opening yourself up to being the big open channel that you are to receive from the divine God creator source and from the divine universe. But this is part of it. So let's do it now and see how you feel, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, let's do a mini healing. I call these mini healings. Okay, so let's first put attention at the top of your head. I want to do a little clearing there because you're kind of blocked with the COVID morphic field. Let's do that now. Okay, did you just feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that heavy energy just lift off? It's a little like a cap. Did you just feel that? Because I just went, whoop. I don't know if you're aware of that.
But I felt like an opening. Yeah,
that's it. Okay, just let it come in. This is your light coming in. Bring every age of you from birth and conception, Judy, back in your heart chakra with your divine self. Any part of your being that is fragmented, disconnected, or bring you back into wholeness at the light of who you are, which is love itself, and receive. And there's some parts of your inner child is kind of sad, so some sadness might come up after our call today. Just misunderstood and sad. This is a reunion back to you, your true you. There they go. Oh, so beautiful. Judy, take a deep breath and tell me how that feels. It was deep.
I was finding my body was rocking and sitting, and I would feel the energy go up to my head, and I try to bring it down to my heart instead of going into thinking about what do I have to do.
That's okay. That's okay. I did go into the heart. Can you feel that there's kind of like a warmth or an expansion happening in your heart? I could see your inner child was kind of scattered in your energy around you, and I just brought you back home, and I brought your personal light or power to your feet. So do you feel that you're more stabilized at this moment?
More integrated.
Well, that's a great word for it. Okay. Everybody's going to have a different perception, no right or wrong. But I could see what's happening as it's coming in and doing the work. But just feel your energy. Are you feeling that you're feeling a little bit more expansive or calmer in some way?
Yes. I feel a little more settled.
Yeah. Now this is an activation, okay? So give it a little time. Drink some water. I feel that there's going to be maybe a little motion come up. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a big mound, but those years that you weren't really heard, and just kind of there, that's the part that's going to start detoxing. Okay, and just be loving with yourself. You don't want to resist this because what you resist persists. Okay, that's a very true statement. We start resisting it. Oh my God, I can't stand. This again. And that what it does is it just cements it back in place. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
thank you,
Judy, bless you.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you.
All right. I want to say, you're absolutely right. I've had these situations where things come up, energies, perceptions, and I just feel into it. Just be with it. And a really powerful question I love to ask is, what is the perception that I'm holding, and what does this perception cause me not to be able to see about the true reality of this situation? And when you start to realize that, just like you said, Dawn, these frequencies hold a sort of like a world together, your own planet, like it's an individual planet, and it can block you from really seeing everything that is on that planet, everything that's possible. It's absolutely imperative to start the light coming through and then see something very different, and then begin to realize that you can create a very different life. We're going to go to Patricia, who is calling in from Babylon, New York. Wow, that activation kind of knocked me out. I got to say, I got a ground. Wow. All right, that's like blah, blah, blah. All right, Patricia, how can we help you today? Dawn is just blasting off some beautiful energy. What can we do for you, my love?
Oh, she certainly is. I'm feeling it already. Hello, Darius.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Dawn.
Bless you, Patricia. Hi. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? I know your lovely voice.
It's good to talk to you again. Last time we had a personal session, you had advised me to work with my inner children. And Dawn, it was amazing. It was miraculous. I was completely pain-free. I got up and I just started working around the house. But the next day, everything was the same. Back in pain again. So if we could do something about that. And if
this is it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's right. And if you could help me return to my essence, oh my goodness, that would be awesome.
Okay, so Patricia, good. I'm glad you're on the call today because this is what I was talking about. You're going to teeter a little bit back and forth at times, and that's for anybody because, again, we're working with the ego too, okay? This is a new way of being, even though it's not really a new way of being. Do you know what I'm saying? To really connect into your truth and your true essence of who you truly be. Again, we have a lot of different facets or components of ourselves. We got the inner child, we got the ego, we got us, and we got our spirit. And we are just trying to harmonize that, right? We're going to try to bring it into, so you could be a vessel of just you, this wholeness, right? So everything is right. Patricia, your soul is coming through to tell you that you're doing everything right. And I know it's frustrating, right? When you're feeling good, like cloud nine, and then all of a sudden it starts creeping back. Right?
I feel better generally than I have in a while. It's
all cumulative. This is what I want to point out. This is a very important point. Yes. You may take a lot of steps. Even when I've worked with you a few times in the past, and even with the work we've done, it's been accumulative. Would you agree? From the day one that we started working together?
Absolutely.
But I want to mention, all of us, including myself, we do run across, I call it roadblocks at times, where we're about ready to make a huge leap, quantum leap, or a shift, and a part of us is just not sure. I don't know. I mean, it sounds all great and all to be all this bright, radiant self and everything, but you know what? It's kind of foreign to your being because you really haven't been connected to that. That's kind of part of the contract we make to come to Earth, that we kind of forget about that, right? And that's my work, is to bring you and really connect strong. Like, it's almost like plugging you in your physical being, and your body just says, oh, after a while, this is me. And that's what my MP3s are great for, because it really connects you back into your truth and your wholeness. Oh, this is me. And after a while, it's not just something Dawn Crystal is bringing to you. It's really who you are. But I just want to emphasize that you're doing great, and you might think that, I take some big quantum steps forward and then somehow I kind of seep back. It's not really losing anything here, okay? It's part of the journey, okay?
Yeah,
and it's just to be loving. So I'm just going to do a little deeper connection with you right now, because you're a loving soul and Darius picked you, and I want to always, my goal in life is to assist humanity and everybody who's ready for my work. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in some light to your head, and I'm going to clear off any heavy, dense energy, and we're going to do a little more activation with the child, okay? And we need to maybe update them a little bit to know who you really are, and it's a process, okay? Because we're dealing with levels of your past, okay? And if your past wasn't so great, Patricia, that's what we're still working with, some layers or levels of that, okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, let's do some light above your head. And let's begin and just receive. The main thing for you to know, or anybody who's turning into this, is when I'm working with somebody, is just try to get the mind out of it and get more into your heart, and just know that the highest good is happening for you and everybody here, and it's coming in from the divine, so it knows where to go with you, and we don't have to sit there and tell you, go here, go that, go there. It knows where it's going to go anyway. Okay, so let's receive. You ready?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's begin, Patricia. All right, you had a lot there. Did you just feel that?
Yes, I did.
I know, just went. There it comes. You're ready. It's like the floodgates are opening. And bringing you all into your inner child's hearts right now, from every age of you, from birth to conception to where you're at right now, updating your records of who you truly be, not the stories that we created in this lifetime of who we thought, or who somebody told us who we are. It's who we really are. Receive that, Patricia. Oh, your children are loving it. Yeah, you can see it. They're like, yeah. So I'm just giving it to them. I like your inner child. They're cute. There it goes. Some trapped emotions are coming out right now of your lower chakras. Just let them go. Breathe a little bit into your stomach right now. Not forced, just a little easier, just a little bit more. There he goes. Coming right to your feet. There it goes. Oh, Patricia, you drink that right up. I love it. Okay, take a deep breath and tell me how that feels.
Okay. Well, first I'll tell you, when you worked on Judy, I got some of that, and I'm still feeling like the vibrations from it. I felt waves of relief. I feel more present than I have in a while, which is wonderful, and I feel more grounded and centered.
Yeah. Can you get a sense? Are you in pain?
Yeah, I am. My left.
Where? Yeah. Well, you've been walking off. Let me do that right now. Just receive this. Your energy. I work on a physical level too, and what I'm seeing is you've been walking lopsided. Would you agree?
I have scoliosis. So
okay, let's bring it in. Right. So you're a little bit off. So let me kind of bring in some even energy to really even you out. Okay, so just receive this quick. Okay. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Wow.
We'll just receive it. Receive it, receive it, receive it, receive it. I'm clear. I'm actually realigning your spine because I'm like an energetic chiropractor. I'm doing that right now. Okay, I'm realigning your spine and your hips. Okay, Patricia, how does that feel?
My hip feels much better. It's still throbbing a little bit.
It is.
I felt some sensations in my back. Dawn, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Now, I just want to mention, Patricia, I'm not here for a show when I work with people. I just want to be very truthful. I'm here to really help you, but I'm a very realistic healer. I'm not here just for a show. I'm actually here to let you know you did receive it. Now, your energy, your body, your physical, energetic, I call it the cellular memory in your body, is used to being a certain way. So what we're doing is reprogramming that. Okay? So you can feel the shift. I would give this a few days, and I always tell you to drink extra water because it's shifting. It's like you just were stuck in a certain area and way, and I just readjusted you to your proper alignment on your hips and your spine. Because you do have you have scoliosis in I don't know if I can clear that all in one session here, but the thing is I just realigned your spine and your hips, so you could feel that there's something shifting right now, and the pain is lessening at least right now.
Oh yes, much less. Yes, I have tears in my eyes. I really thank you so much.
Well, I do it from my heart. So Patricia, thank you for being here, and I'm just glad to talk to you again because it's been a long time since we talked. So thank you for being here and allow me to share my gifts with you.
Oh, thank you, Dawn.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
you. You take care.
I love you too, Patricia.
Beautiful.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna keep going. We've got Stan Q, I think, in center line. Let me see what we have. Is this someone at a 586 number with a first initial I? So
that's me, Eileen.
Eileen. I was gonna say Irene, but it's Eileen. Well, Eileen, welcome. How can we help you today?
Well, I've had serious dental issues going on, and I do have the dental program I've been using, but I think that they were too serious, too deep, so I had to have a number of teeth removed. But I seem to be having like some of the other callers, blocking myself or having blocks that allow me to get past some of the career blocks, especially. So,
yeah. Okay, and Eileen, so how long have you been trying to make a change? Has it been just recently, or just are you been forced to? Because a lot of people have been forced to during this COVID time to make changes, or is it just in general you just want to go on to something else? Maybe do you have do you get stuck on and maybe you have an idea and things just don't manifest, or do you? I'm just curious to know where you're at.
Yeah, I guess I did take a hit because of COVID, but I also signed a very large client. I just keep getting into the same patterns of overworking without enough reward, if you know what I mean. So that's been an ongoing issue.
Well, yeah, and I could see that. Do you actually have time for you and anywhere in the equation, because where do you live, by the way?
I'm in Michigan.
Okay. Do you spend time in nature at all?
Not much, no.
Okay. What your soul is saying, I have an ability to connect with you on a soul level, and your soul can speak to me, or higher self, whatever you want to call it. I just want to say that your soul is asking you to spend more time, at least if you need to meditate or something, to sit on planet Earth. It's almost like you're missing the frequency here. And it's like we're meant to be connected to the earth, and I know I was one of those people, by the way, many years I was not connected to earth, and I actually walked around with a lot of inflammation in my body for years until I realized that, I do need to be connected more to earth. That's why I'm big on the calls here, connecting everybody to earth, because most of us are not really kind of sort of connected, but not really. So, Eileen, I want to bring in some have we worked together before?
No, only through your dental package that I purchased.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, that's deeper. So, depending on where your trauma is coming from, those MP3s go deep, but, it can bring up some really deep density. So just please be aware of that. You gotta, listen as you feel. But but right now we're going to work on you. Okay.
So can those make me feel tired too when I listen to them?
Yes, of course, because they're unearthing density in you. Depending on, and this is also today. It doesn't matter what MP3 I put out. I'm just telling you in general. We're doing the work, everybody. We're unearthing density within ourselves, okay? This is even today. Anything I put out, you got to understand, you drink some water, depending on what your life is. My life was full of trauma. So I spent, in the beginning, before I even knew who I wasn't awakened, I spent just working on myself many years, just laying on the couch for a couple of days, because I was unearthing such deep energies, okay? So we just, if we're one of these people that just, want to get to the finish line, I'm just very realistic to say that sometimes we do need to take a little, just kind of, maybe a little more time for ourselves to allow our bodies to heal so you can get to the next level of evolution or whatever you want to do in your life, which is a lot of times clearing out stuff that's not serving our highest good. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's bring in some light. I'm actually feeling with you as a child. Was your parents loving with you or not?
Yes.
I'm talking about attentive. I'm talking about attentive.
Yes and no.
Okay. Well, what I'm looking at here, was your parents ones that would praise you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, okay, that's good, and it's not, because there's a child there. It's almost like when you were a child, I don't know, was your father emotionally available? Your soul shows me that.
Very interesting. He was more of the critical one.
Uh-huh. So I see a child in you trying to get his love, attention, and approval. And I don't know if you had other siblings you were competing against. I don't know, but your soul's just telling me that. So that's, right now, is your parents still alive, or your dad still alive?
They're long gone.
Okay. So there's a little bit of you're kind of caught. It's like a little hook there. With that, because your inner child's thinking that they, in some ways, would you agree that you kind of did that a little bit? This is nothing negative. It's just what I'm seeing in your energy field, okay?
Yes, I would agree with that. Yep.
Well, yeah, this is where you get caught. So what I'm seeing is that, trying to get your dad's love, attention, approval, because your dad was kind of a serious guy, he was critical. But at the same time, when you did get it, it was great, but it was almost like giving a kid candy, right? So now you're an adult and you want to move forward and you want to do something on your own, but there's a part of your being still living in the past connected to that type of, what your father would say, and your dad's not here. So I want to kind of disconnect that a little bit so you could be in your own power, and your inner child knows that they can get their love, acceptance, and approval just from your older you. You're the older side of your inner child, but also from your divine self, okay? And you don't need anybody's love, acceptance, approval. You get it? Where you could be more in a flow?
Yes, sounds good.
Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. It's kind of deep. I know it's a little bit, maybe a little bit not clear, but I see it all. Okay, so let's bring in some light. I don't know if you felt my energy before. If you're open to it, you'll feel it right away. If you have a lot of, blockages or walls up, you might feel a little bit here and there. I want you to understand these are activations, so they will keep working beyond us working together, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's imagine, do you go by God or Source for the Creator?
Yes, God. God's fine.
Okay, let's put God's light above your head right now. And let's bring in the light to assist you so you can start moving forward in your life with ease, grace, with flow, and it becomes a natural, a norm, and there's nothing forced. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
And you want to bring in some more joy, excitement. And it's joy, your soul wants to bring in more childlike joy energy to you. It's a little too serious. Would you agree sometimes?
I would.
Yeah, it's like your soul says, no, we need a little more joy energy. So if you start laughing in the next few days for no reason, happy for no reason, just enjoy it. It's really who you are, okay? It's your true essence, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, so let's bring it in. Let's bring in you. Let's bring in you, only you, right now, for your highest good. Did you feel that? Just lift it up. Your inner child's scattered, so I'm bringing you back all ages of you from birth and conception in your heart chakra. With your divine self, any fragmentation, disconnections are now being, we're just going to bring you back into wholeness in the light of who you are, which is love itself, Eileen. Just receive this. I'm clearing out your liver. You got some and you got some energy in your liver that needs to be cleared. You're going to bring your personal power to your feet here in a minute. There it goes. Your energy was choppy before. Now you got a good flow happening here. Okay, this is deep, but I want you to take a deep breath, Eileen, and tell me if you're feeling this shift. It's an activation. It's a shift from the divine.
It's subtle.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I felt like my whole body vibrating, and it kept getting higher and higher, and then all of a sudden it settled down.
Mm-hmm. I just want to let you know this is like a time release capsule your soul's telling me right now. At some level, would you agree that you have some trust issues sometimes with people? Like,
definitely.
This is what I'm seeing. It's okay to have trust issues. I had them my whole life with people until I really, worked on my inner child. This is okay. This is very important for me to say this. It's okay. Your inner child allowed the energy to come in. It wasn't a big boom boom like it was with Patricia before. Because you need to receive this in the way that feels right to you. We haven't really worked together before, and you're not really, I'm familiarizing you with your life, okay? And it could be foreign, and your inner child says, it kind of feels good. It kind of, I just need to let it come in a little bit so I can feel it. So I'm just glad that your inner child allowed me because, they didn't put a wall up with me working with you because that's when I can't really help people. People are kind of, sort of, maybe let me in, maybe not. Those I don't usually work with people a lot like that because I'm really here to help people that are ready. So, but for you, you did. So thank you for that. Now, it's going to come in for the next 2 to 3 days, this energy, and you're going to you might get some new insights, like some new, as Darius was mentioning about earlier before I got on the call, about taking action, if you really want something. I kind of feel that your soul and it might not come through words because not everybody gets it like I do. It could be a feeling of expansion, okay? Like, oh, this feels right. Maybe I need to go here. It might be out of the normal realm of what you're used to, but following that expansion of your heart, I call it, is your best answer. So just feel into it. Could you get a sense that you might be breathing a little deeper right now that you weren't before? Because I could see that.
Yeah, I just took a deeper breath. It's funny.
Aha! Yeah, I could see your energy right now. So it's coming in, but there's no right or wrong here. Again, Eileen, it's about how you can receive you, meaning your true vibration, your essence. And we don't want to force the inner child. We want them to say, oh, this feels okay. Because your inner child is kind of cautious. And I understand. I was like that my whole life pretty much because I was abused as a child, okay? I had a little different situation. So I had major trust issues. But it's okay. That's your safety mechanism. And we don't want to bypass that, okay? Because your inner child's on board with you, which is beautiful, okay?
Yeah, I was betrayed and rejected by people. So, yes.
Mm-hmm. So we are aware of that. This is called clearing out the old densities. Right? We were talking a little bit earlier about old energy is coming up and out, and a lot of this is going to keep coming up in the way that you're ready to do it. Okay, and some people get a little frustrated and say, "Oh, I wish it was all over with," but no, it has to be in your own divine timing. Okay, everybody's going to have their own divine timing. But I think your feet, I don't know if you could feel a little tingling that wasn't there before. You're actually grounded in your light right now. I brought your light to your feet. And some people feel warmth, some people feel coolness, and some people feel tinglings.
I feel a lightness of my upper body.
Oh, beautiful. Well, it's actually gone down to your feet, and it's fine if you're not aware of it, but you will. You're opening up like a beautiful divine flower, my dear. Just coming, you're opening up when in divine timing of the Creator. So thank you for being part of the Soul Family with Darius, and I'm so glad that I was able to share some of my gifts with you today. So bless you, Eileen.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it all.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Eileen. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. What a beautiful opening. And I love, as you say, time capsule, because we're going to allow this stuff to continue to open up in these frequencies. And we're going to be doing something I'm very excited about called the Youthening from the Inside Out activation. It's interesting that we have not yet touched on like youthening, rejuvenation, regeneration directly, but instead we've been working with some of those heavier frequencies that are in people's fields. And I get the sense this also affects how we regenerate, rejuvenate, right, Dawn? I mean, it's like that heavy stuckness is actually potentially causing us to not feel our best. So we're going to go right to the youthening inside out activation. So tell me what we're going to do, and then everyone promises not to drive while you listen.
Oh, yeah.
We will do it.
Thank you, Darius. I love it. Yeah, just if you could be in a seated position, everybody. Yes, not operating any machinery or equipment. You can always come back to the replay if you choose to later. This is an activation from your divine, I call it divine creator, so it's going to come in for everybody. I run the energies a little bit differently. But this is going to come in and really, I like to call renew your stem cells and your telomeres. So it's kind of like, it's a renewal, so it's an anti-aging activation. And I just want to agree with you, Darius, on what you just said a minute ago about this. Everybody has been a little bit deeper today. I know we never know how the calls are structured. We just work, we live in the moment, right, Darius? But everything that I've been working with everybody today has to do what we're talking about, the stem cell program, because we're clearing density, everybody, from ourselves, okay? It may be mental blockages. It could be just, coming into our power, but it still is, when we bring in more light, okay, everybody, and more of us, of course, it's going to start renewing our bodies and renewing, and again, we're talking stem cell renewal here. So that's how I programmed all the MP3s, okay? But it's coming in to renew yourself for, to be more of you. And there's a lot of MP3s we talked about here in a minute. But right now I want to bring in some light for everybody. And this is going to be bringing in swirling lights from the divine creator. I will be making a little bit obnoxious sound like I do with the high pitch to clear off the density between your upper chakras all the way up, all the levels, all the way up to the divine, okay? So it's not just the seventh chakra. I'm going all the way up, okay? So if it's a moment that I do it, please know, everybody, there's a reason for it, okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Okay, and then I'm going to have these energies swirl through, and it's going to kind of come through. I kind of feel like I've been getting a lot of feedback from people, Darius, lately, that they just feel old in their face, and that could be because we're unearthing a lot of dense energies. It kind of can affect our vibrancy of our face. Where people are feeling maybe older or looking older than they normally do, right? And I understand that. I went through a period of that and I was like, what happened to me? I used to be so radiant and vibrant at times, and then I felt like, ooh, I really look like my skin's hanging, like it's kind of sagging. So I'm going to be concentrating for a few minutes in the face of just renewal, and then we're going to bring it right into the body of the swirling energy. I'll kind of guide you, okay? I just want everybody to just receive. Don't worry about trying to tell the energy where to go, bringing your thoughts or opinions. Just allow, and just know your highest good's happening here, and it's coming in of you. It's just your energy of you, your truth, your vibrancy, your I call it your true energy of your soul, if you want to call it, and it's coming in from the divine. So just allow. All right, so let's start with some sound. Just imagine the energy starting at the head, your top of your crown chakra. I'll be making different tones. It doesn't have to be studio quality for this to work, everybody. If it's a little muffled, it still works, I promise you. All right, so let's start at the top of your head. We're going to imagine all the energy going right up into the light, to the divine creator, all the levels from your seventh chakra up. And let's begin. Let's begin right now. And if anybody has a mirror afterwards, after we do this special part of it, you can type in on the webcast or call or let us know if you could see a little shift in how your face is looking after this, okay? Because a lot of people get Darius, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed afterwards.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you can let us know if you're seeing any differences. All right. So let's start at the crown chakra, everybody, and let's start the activation for the group process right now. Just getting it, energy moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 Here's the pitch sound I'm going to make right now. Don't get startled just for a moment. Okay, just cleared a lot of energy. Just let it go. Sorry to startle you. It's moving a lot of energy right now. It's called clearing like the cap layer for everybody. You might get a little dizzy from that. It will settle, I promise you. It'll settle. It's clearing all the way up to the divine creator of all of life. So you'll be more connected. Because I just want everybody to take a deep breath in between the clearings right now, the activations. Take a deep breath, everybody. Easy and effortless into your belly, nothing forced. And let it go, easy and effortless on the out breath. Just let it go. Okay, I want you to put your attention in your head because I'm going to bring in these swirling energies for the divine creator into your face for stem cell renewal. And this will also be of activating your telomeres. I'd like to call it lengthening the telomeres. It's also going to we're going to bring more energy into the body in here in just a minute. I just want to work a little bit on the face, in the neck area. So just just feel it, receive, and don't worry about how it's coming in, what you're feeling or not. Everybody's going to have a different perception. It's perfectly fine. Let's begin right now. The energies are now coming into your heart. It's going to clear the heart wall's density that's keeping you small or not connected. Swirling into your heart. Expanding your heart. Clearing the heart walls. Let it go, everybody. No longer serves you. Bringing love into your heart. Going to bring the energies down to your dantian. A lot of people call it in a chi, or your dantian is in your lower. It's right around your belly button area. We want to activate the dantian so you can really recharge your battery. These energies are going to be swirling into your stomach, unearthing energies if you have trapped emotions, lengthening your telomeres, also renewing your stem cells in any part of your body that is needing extra attention. If you're in pain, if you're hurting, if you just need some extra love, we're going to let these energies of the divine creator come in. They're swirling in, and like I said, stem cell renewal and telomeres as well. Renewing your, actually, I like to say lengthening your telomeres. Let's do it now. It's going into your lower dantian, which is right around your belly button area. A little bit lower than that. It's going to charge you, supercharge you. This is like upping your battery, giving you more battery life, or maybe changing out your old battery. Just gave a lot of energy there for everybody. Let it come in. Let it come in. Okay, why don't you take a deep breath right now, everybody, into your belly, easy and effortless, nothing forced, and releasing it out on the out breath. Let it go. Okay, now we got one more step. We're going to bring the light to your feet. We got to ground us to planet Earth, everybody. This energy is swirling in from your crown chakra, going through your face, your heart, your lower dantian, your stomach area, your organs, going down your legs to your feet, grounding you to this beautiful, loving planet of Mother Earth that we live on. Let's receive this now. Receive. Look at your tops of your feet, everybody, right now. Look at the tops of your feet. So beautiful. Let's take another beautiful, easy breath into the belly, everybody. Just nice and easy. Nice, easy breath. And exhaling it out. Easy and effortless on the out breath. Just let it go. Now just stay seated. Don't do any cartwheels or anything, everybody. I'm joking, but just let the energy just kind of marinate. Marinate means kind of absorb into your physical being right now. Just become aware, everybody, of your body. Any tingling sensations, any lightness happening. Just feel it within your bodies for just a moment. See if you could feel any tingling down to your feet or any lightness. And maybe what you're feeling right now, everybody, is maybe you're just feeling more peace. Maybe you've just been so heavy and dense lately and just really not really being yourself. And feeling your being, if you could just feel a little bit more peace within your being that just so needed. And just allow that peace to expand through every cell of your being as your telomeres and your stem cells are being renewed and rejuvenated through every cell of your being right now. Your telomeres are actually lengthening back to your youth. You're reversing your age right now, everybody. You're bringing in more light force of you, your true essence, into your being, and it's making a home within your being now. Enjoy this. Enjoy this energy of you that you just created for today and go about your day, your week, and then know that this is truly you. And I just want everybody to say thank you for allowing me to share this activation, Darius, and that concludes it right now.
Fantastic. Wow. I want to say a few things. As I'm feeling into this, I got to say, I was kind of just plugging in, and the first thing I started hearing was just almost like you were very far away and then you get really close and then very far away and then very close. And it was like these different bands of energy started coming in. It was very profound. And then I started to feel with the sound like my cheeks and the area under my eyes, like literally just tingling. And right now it feels almost like they're just completely numb, like they're tingly and buzzy, but I can't really feel. It's this weird like electric type of energetic around that area of my face. So, Dawn, it went right to that spot, which I find to be very amazing. And it just keeps building. It's like this electricity. It hasn't stopped. So I want to know what y'all are feeling. Literally, I mean, it's just so wild. I want to like touch it, but I'm just going to leave it alone. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you don't have to explain unless you want to, but I'm going to say, if,
no, it just knows where to go, Darius. It knows where to go for everybody. So thank you.
Wow. Well, let us know what y'all are feeling and what's going on as this energy keeps coming in. We're going to continue to experience it. We also have a lot of questions as well, and as people write in, we're going to keep moving forward. Interesting. One person wrote in and said I had extreme heat from the healings, which is very interesting. When we feel heat, what does that generally mean? Is that often
it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it's regeneration, everybody. It's called cell renewal. The heat is going in. It's going into renew because we're doing a renewal right now. This was youthening for the stem cells, so it's going in deep. That's why I wanted, if anyone is looking at themselves and they see a difference just in their face, because I did a lot of energy in the face, because like I mentioned, Darius, people have been looking kind of old lately. Just kind of, I've been getting a lot of emails. People just feeling kind of like tired, just kind of like their face is drawn, lately. So I just want to see if anybody could feel maybe a little bit more vibrancy, maybe a little more glow that they didn't have before. Maybe their eyes are more awake. Maybe they just maybe they have a smile on their face. Let us know.
I am tingling. I have not looked, but I can tell you I am tingling, and that just feels incredible. So as people look into this, let us know what you're feeling. And I want to share real quick, for the sake of time as well, something you've been doing. You mentioned that spaces have been going really fast, but I know you've opened up some time, and there will be availability for people that want to do this within a certain window. And this is your energetic stem cell renewal. And this is actually using the angelic sounds to restore the optimal state of wellness. And you are actually working with people one-on-one for an incredible discounted rate, which I love and makes it available for a lot of people. And I want to talk about it. 25 minutes with you. And here you are going to do a deep dive into bringing in more vitality, renewal, and higher energetic, a higher octave, and less of the things holding you back. And the stories have been interesting because we've had people with discomfort relief. We've had people releasing old energies that have been holding them back. One person wrote in, said, I feel like I'm 5 years old again. Another person, Sandy, I released 10 years of blocked energy. Another person wrote in and said, I suffered for years of chronic fatigue, and after the stem cell program, I feel great. I have more energy now than I did when I was 20 years old, and I am 67, says Joanne. That's pretty huge. What happens in this one-on-one session?
Well, the beautiful part about my work is that I can work on anything with people. So I just want to let you know that, of course, I'm going to work with your higher self or your soul, everybody. So when we get on the call, of course, you have most people know what they want to talk about. And, of course, we could work on anti-aging, because this is what this is geared for. Because this energy that we're working with here is working with any issues that are going on with you. Yes, we're working with sagging, droopy, wrinkled skin, but we're also working, we're also working with chronic pain and circulation and all that. But you can also come to the call, everybody, with anything that you want to work on. I'm willing to go anywhere you want to go. But it's going to go we're going to work on what you want. And of course, I'm going to tune into you on a deeper level with your higher self and let your soul tell me what you need. And that's how I'm really efficient, because 25 minutes, yes, I could get, as you can tell, I'm working with the callers for 2 minutes and they're feeling the shifts and changes today. But 25 minutes is really a very good session with me. Okay. So I really fine-tune the session very much to what you're needing. So most people who've worked with me know that there's no fluff with me. I just go in and what I need to do with you so you get results, okay?
Yeah.
Because my intention is to get you the results that you want in the most easy, effortless way.
I want to ask you about one person who worked with you. This was Paul. He said, I had scars from a fire. I got burned as a child all over my legs. I have noticed using the stem cell MP3 that the scars and tenderness is 80% better since listening to this program for 30 days. Tell me what you think is going on. I mean, I know you have some idea of the energetics. We can't guarantee that, of course, for everybody. Everyone's different, right? These energies are going to move where they need to go. So we don't know what it is for each person until maybe the one-on-ones, or we just go deeper. But tell me, like, for him, what do you think happened when these scars get 80% better?
Yeah, well, he went through a major trauma, okay, and he was scarred. He was a very attractive person, and he really lost his confidence because it burned his whole body pretty much. But he was very surrendered, everybody. That's why he got the results. He was just ready for the shift. He wasn't fighting it. He wasn't dictating how he wanted. He was just there for healing. He wanted to feel like himself again. This happened to him when he was, just in his ages where he wanted to, find the love of his life. And then this happened to him, a catastrophe. So that's why he really just stayed on it. He didn't overly indulge in this, meaning he didn't just listen to him all day long, because that's not what I suggest. He listened to it once a day. And again, he was just open in gratitude. It just came in and just really helped him, because he was just so open and just so grateful for any help that he could get. And he was in a lot of pain, Darius, when I worked with him. So I really helped him with a lot of just the pain too. And the scarring was just a byproduct bonus. I mean, he was just wanting to get out of pain. Of course, it was great that he did this, but he was just wanting to feel better. And that's where it just came in. It was just like a miraculous healing. That's his story. That's what he shared.
Wow. Well, I want to mention, for people that want to go deeper into this, the one-on-one time with are amazing. Dawn Crystal is just 177, and as we getting close to the season closeout, I mean, these are going to go quick. You can lock your space in for just 2 payments of $89, and the reason I'm so adamant about, mentioning this, and I'm so, through the years I've been so brave to stand for the guests in a way that I have no fear of it, because I know that this supports your work, and I know that the more people you work with, the more healings are going to be out in the world, and I also know that the better you will be at this, and I also know that it lets you concentrate on this as your primary service to the world. So if anybody is a healer and says, I don't know how to just, put out my service or ask for what I'm worth, know that when we make the contribution, the investment in aligning our energy as valuable as all the other things that we do in our world and pay for and spend money on, then we are going to have a world that values energy healing. And in that world, guess what? We're going to have a lot fewer of the struggles that we see. We're going to have people that understand the energetics behind everything. So I am all in to say, if you want help with Dawn, it is here. youwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN 21. And Dawn, we got a lot of comments coming in. I knew it was going to take a little while for these time capsules to open up. Rosa said, wow, I'm feeling tinglings from my head to toe, goosebumps, activations. Thank you so much. Another person, I am vibrating everywhere, feeling hot hands. I could fall asleep right now. I am so relaxed, almost like I'm floating. I aged 10 years in the last year, says Lisa. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Another person said, vibrating all over. Thank you so much. Feeling release and also safety today. So as these are coming in and we start feeling more, yummy energy, peaceful. Thank you, says Arietta. Okay, Leslie is asking about your package A, which we're going to be talking about. How often do we listen to these audios? She says, love light to you both. So how often do you want people to listen? And I'll just make note, package A has a tremendous amount of very specific MP3s. So a lot of what you've been seeing where people say, you know what? I had this discomfort, like the lady that Patricia said, my body pain is completely gone listening to that one stem cell MP3. Now, everyone's different. She probably was listening to item 1 in package A, which is the God stem cell clearing body pain. Tell me about how often to listen to some of these tracks.
Well, that's what I was emphasizing throughout the call. More of my work, everybody, is not better, because our bodies need time to integrate the frequency. So please understand, I know it's exciting, but we don't want to overload our body that it kind of confuses it. So I usually say space out my MP3s.
Okay.
At least like 6 hours apart between others. You can work with other healers, it's fine. But I'm talking about to totally integrate my sessions, my MP3s. You need to give yourself some time for your body to do it. So space them out, around 6 hours is fine. Some people wait 8 hours, it's fine. Whatever, you got to kind of have to be, I'm empowering you, everybody, to be intuitive. I just don't want you to listen to one, then go to another one, go to another one, listen to the whole thing in one day. That's overkill, and it's actually not good. It's not really doing more for you. So, you could get 2 or 3 in a day if you space them out like that, and that's good. You could shift around every day. If you have a specific issue that's going on, then stay on the MP3 for a while, and let it go deeper, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to go deeper, deeper, deeper. Whatever it is, whatever the issue is, you don't need to know what the issue is, because sometimes we just don't know what it is. Okay, it could be so unconscious. I was talking about ancestral energy in the beginning of the call. So who knows? We don't know always. It's about trusting and just allowing. Okay. And that's what I'm working with, divine, I call it God frequency, okay? It's allowing it to go, because it knows where to go with you anyway. But of course that's your intention. Everybody, of what you're wanting, okay? And that would be also for the 21-day remote. Just set a daily intention, and the energies come to you, and they're with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's all you need to do. Go about your day. And trust. Trust, everybody. Trust.
Yeah, well, I agree. And if somebody is going through challenges, working with Dawn would be just a huge gift. I want to make note, we're going to get to a final question here today, which I am very excited to do. But I want to talk about a few more of the other things that, Dawn, you've included on this package and at the page youwealthrevolution.com/Dawn21. You have the God stem cell clearing body pain. You have the God stem cell clearing fatigue for more vitality, reducing tiredness, faster recovery, more energized daily, happier emotionally, more energy at the end of the day. You have item 3 in package A, God stem cell clearing for scars and healthy skin renewal, which I find very interesting. That may be very well what this gentleman Paul was listening to, which in fact that is what he says he was listening to. Then you have clearing sagging skin, and then you have clearing for brain health, clearing for poor circulation, clearing for chronic sleep issues, clearing for worsening eyesight, and 21 days of remote healing that's going to start up here, oh my gosh, on Monday, so July 5th. Wow. What are you going to be doing in the 21 days? And everyone, just to let you know, this is 127, so she's made this really, really affordable, and it supports her work. And, the healers, when they do these shows, I mean, this is how many of them advertise, get this out to the world. So a love offering not only supports the show that we're here doing, but them as well. Tell me about the 21 days and tell me anything else about this package A, because this is awesome.
Yeah, it's just 21 days, everybody, of Beyond Powerful. I call it Beyond Quantum Healing, directly from you, from the highest level of the divine source energy. I like to call this Beyond Quantum Energy. I like to call it a cocoon within the highest vibration. A lot of people love this energy because they feel safe and protected. Again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I tune into the group every day, everybody. I'm not just here to let it ride on autopilot. I actually check in as a group collective and really up the energy if I need to. Whatever I need to do to adjust the energy, it's happening every day. I'm right on it. Okay, I do it every single day. And it keeps running all the time for the full 21 days, everybody, from the day that I think it was July 5th. Your cells will be rejuvenated nonstop, even when you're sleeping. Again, tailored to everybody's unique needs. You could set your positive attention during that time. All you need to do, everybody, is be open to receive your highest good. And this is also going to align you, everybody, to your original divine blueprint of perfection and health during this time. I like to call this just extra protection around you right now, just kind of keep you centered in your own divine light, so you're not really feeling off keel while you're being transformed during this time. A lot of people just love the energy because it's I like to call it grounding, peaceful, sacred energies with you during this time. And it's going to help, if you got anything going on. And this also helps during this time too, because there's still the COVID morphic field on our planet. It will help, just like I'm giving an extra daily clearing of that for you, so you keep your upper chakras open, everybody, for your own divine guidance, wisdom, and energies that need to come in within you. So this is what's going to be, and it's just going to be really enhanced. And we're also going to do enhanced positive happiness frequencies for everybody, because everybody seems like I just added that in, because I think everybody just needs some extra support right now. And this is really going to be extra. I just feel like everybody's just kind of in a rut. And this is just going to be mainly like soul alignment support for everybody. Tailored for the maximum healing per person, okay? And again, it's the highest will and good of the participant. And so it's just going to go in deep, and it'll probably help you on different levels, because I've had different feedback from my remotes that people love them because they just feel like they're just more of them. They feel more alive. They feel more of them. I'm not, it's just everybody's going to be a little bit different. I do set my energy is very, I know, strong, and some people get a little concerned about that. I just want you to know this is loving energy, and I know I might come a little bit strong, but it's going to come in the way you can receive it. Because I actually had other healers, Darius, on my remotes, and they were a little bit concerned, that it was going to alter what they're doing. And I just want to know, I have a lot of healers that I work with, and I'm here to serve the highest will and good of anybody. It doesn't alter what your healing is. It actually makes you more of you, if anything. And it's not going to be overburdening if you're really a sensitive person. Because I've had people in the past say, I don't know, I just feel kind of like, like it's a little strong. It's not strong, everybody. It's just unearthing what you're ready for. So, it's not going to come in a way that you can't handle it, okay? So I just want everybody to know that's how I set it up. So just in case if anybody has a question about that, this is for empathic people as well. Because most people these days are getting more sensitive, So I hope I explained most of it. That's pretty much it.
Yes. No, I think it's amazing. And I think for 127, to get the support, and you're going to cover so many different areas. And we got another surprise, which I think is awesome. Weight loss made easy, right? So we're shedding the energetics of weight that we don't want anymore. And also this can align to this like binge eating, where we stress eat, where we eat unhealthy foods, where we create inflammation, where we also have family genetics, belief systems around weight and how our body responds to food, or how we may look at a certain age with regards to our body. And, I love this because there is an emotional eating component. I am pretty disciplined. Like, I track what I eat. I've got, bodybuilding programs that I follow, but I still have, when I get stressed, this huge magnet to like give me extra carbs and the most processed, refined stuff you can have. And I know that's an emotional issue, so it can get to the best of us. What are you going to do in this particular track?
Yeah, it's just going to go, it's going to go in, it's going to help unearth. A lot of times it's a lot of emotional energy, like you're just mentioning. So just go in with the, with an intention of what you're wanting. But I just want people to know that your highest will and good is going to happen in anything I put out, because that's just how I set the energy up. So again, you don't have to listen to it 5 times a day, please. It's just once a day, and you can listen to it every day. And give it time. I just want people to understand, depending on your story, I don't know what your life is. The MPTs are set up to go in deep. So if you have a lot of trauma, that could probably be contributing to what your weight issues are. And this is for people who are underweight too. So it could go overweight or underweight. Most people overweight, but it could be for people who need to gain weight as well. Because sometimes we just are so underweight, we need to gain weight. So it's going to go with whatever you're wanting. And if you just come in with the highest will and good, that I just want to be at my, highest weight, whatever's healthy for me, it's going to go in and clear out any density, any traumas, that you had in this lifetime. So just know that you might feel some energy come up for a few days, everybody. I'm talking about maybe some heaviness. I want you to understand this is a reason. It's part of the process. And drink some water. Drink some extra water, because your body, not saying always, might do a little detox. But it's normal, okay? Yeah. And just allow it to work, because that's just part of the process. We do need to do the work, everybody. And it's going to be unearthing some density. You might be aware of what it is, depending on your life story. But either way, just know and trust that this is what needs to happen, and just allow, okay? So I'm excited. I was excited, serious, that I could offer that as a bonus as well. So thank you.
I love it. Well, here's what we're going to do. I want to take one more question from a dear listener, and then we are going to allow everybody to move forward into the day and open up this capsule and check it out at uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn21. Well, a dear listener, her name is Christina. She's been listening to the show, I know, for at least 10 years, and she goes way back. She wrote to us. She said, I need some help with this reverse aging. She said, today is my 70th birthday, and I tremendously need Dawn's assistance. Christina, definitely maybe consider grabbing something from Dawn as well to get that extra time. But we've got about 5 minutes here, and she says, I'm exhausted most of the time. There's osteoporosis, and she's having rib breakage with very slight issues, and she's had severe head and brain trauma for the last 4 years with vision issues as well. She would just like some support. I know we may be able to move some energies today, but Christina, I definitely recommend a little time with Dawn. Dawn is a gift, and there's definitely an alignment there with what you are talking about, and I know your energy as well. But Dawn, for Christina, she's near Ottawa, Canada. Anything you can do or information you can provide?
I could just, do you want me to give her a mini healing? But if you can type back to her and see if she can let us know that she received it. Yeah, because it's important for that. I want her to know she received it. So if you could type back, I'm just going to bring in some light. Her brain right now needs some help. Okay, I can see that she needs balancing. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the light and bring it where it needs to go, and hopefully Christina's sitting, not driving. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and bring in the light to her. So see what she comes back with, Darius, and see if she's aware of what's happening.
If you can write back to us, Christina, that'd be great.
Yeah, please, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that right now. Cutting off any cords connection. She has a lot of drainage of her energy. I'm going to go ahead and just help her energy. Right now in her aura field has holes in it, so I'm going to repair the auric field. And her personal power is coming to her feet right now. Okay, Darius, so I'm going to disconnect my energy with her, and hopefully she can write back and see if she can feel the shift.
Wow, thank you. And Christina, please let us know what you are feeling and what is going on. And we encourage, if you have an opportunity, grab a spot. And Dawn, I want to thank you today. Christina says, Darius, thank you for calling on me, listening now. So I know she'll be writing in. What I want to do, Dawn, is thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this, and give you kind of the final thought or bit of love to send out to listeners today who may be dealing with some challenges or wondering if this is really for them.
Well, I always say in life there's no coincidence about anything. And if you're here listening, then, sometimes it's beyond our minds. Sometimes we're guided. That's why I think that each individual person, especially healers, we all bring in our own divine frequency. And I bring in my own unique divine energy signature frequency. So if you're here listening, I could say there's probably no coincidence. You're here to receive. And I just want to mention everything I do is through my heart and what I'm guided to do. And I'm hoping that even if people are just here for the first time and they're just kind of checking me out, I hope that in some ways I was able to maybe help you on some level, because we did a lot of energy work with a lot of the callers, and it's a group process. I'm here to serve humanity in the highest good. So, of course, my program is very powerful. I mean, I'm just going to say that, but I just want you to feel within yourself. It's beyond the mind, and I always follow the expansion of my heart on any decision. So hopefully that you're in tune with that a little bit more during our call today, because that was really my intention, is really to align people to really not just renew ourselves, our stem cells, and lengthen our telomeres. It was really to bring more of us into us. Okay, really letting us, to empower us to be more of us. And I'm hoping that on some level you really felt that. So thank you, Darius.
I appreciate
that's my intention.
Yeah. I love that. And I think that, as we look at the purpose of the entire show for 10, 11 years, that is exactly what wealth is all about. And we put sometimes the wealth outside of us. We put the power in what the main story of the day is from the media industrial complex, or what this complex is telling us, or that. And truthfully, it is all within us. The power is within us. And that is the thing that so much of the control systems fear the most. So take that power and create a miraculous, beautiful world around you. Christina Rocho, she said, I'm feeling very, very hot, bottom of the feet tingling, sweating, so grateful for you calling on me, and Dawn working with me. Bless you both. XOXOXO. So Christina, as that begins to unfold, write to us. And Dawn, thank you for being here. You're an amazing gift. We love you here.
My pleasure. I want to mention with Christine, she's feeling the heat, but there's a lot of things shifting. I just did a whole shift in her, her brain needed balancing. So I would hopefully that she'd be drinking some extra water and maybe not, kind of just receiving this for a while. That's all.
Well, she just said now she's very grateful. She's pouring sweat. This is the next update. Vision is improving, and she's feeling more in her body right now. So,
wonderful.
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
That's great.
Okay.
That's beautiful, and that's very important, by the way. If you're not in your body, we're bringing the body, mind, and spirit together, everybody, and that's going to accelerate your healing on all levels by being connected to your highest vibration of who you really are. So thank you, Christina, for
thank you, Dawn,
as well.
Thanks for being here, Dawn. We love you and much appreciated. Incredible stuff.
Thank you, Darius. Thank you so much for everything you do and inviting me back. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm so grateful, always. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say this as well. If you want to jump in on those live calls and processes, they're going to be starting up July 5th, which is a very short timeline. So check it all out there. And as we continue to get updates, I want to send everybody off into love and just say thank you for being here. Thank you for plugging in. And thank you for being a part of this U-Wealth Revolution journey with us. Every day, that's our intention, just to bring you more, as Dawn said, into your body, into what you are, into the truth of who you are, not what someone is telling you are, or telling you what you should feel, or telling you how you should view the world. That is what is creating the separation we see on the planet. What really we are is one. We are infinite divine beings. We are love. We resonate at love. We expand when there is love. We become healthier when there is love. We become happier. We become more fulfilled. And we become unified when there is love. Do not be against different things. Do not be against this or that. We know that when there is an energy against something, it is just creating more of it. Be for what you are, which is a whole, beautiful being of love. And remember, It is all about love. Much love, everyone. Thank you for being here. We will connect in and send you off in love. And Sarah says, I'm feeling happier. And Eileen says, I'm craving vegetables. Amazing. I'll make a beautiful salad. So it's happening, folks. The time release capsule is on the loose. Check it out. Go to uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN 21. Our work here today has been spectacular. Thanks to our dear guest, Dawn Crystal. Much love. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.